What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV. Back with a long overdue special guest. What's that?
That's taken a while for me to get on
I've
here.
been chasing you, like a centre back trying to catch him, man. Kevin Campbell, Super Kev, Arsenal legend, Forest. I used to watch you play, at Nottingham Forest.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a Nottingham boy. Used to watch you and Van Hooyd on
nice.
That was a lethal partnership, man.
Very good. I never got the opportunity to do it in the Premier League because of the my Turkey.
You ran to Turkey, yeah.
Well, I got sold to Turkey.
Yeah.
Wasn't my will, but once the club accept the money.
Yeah. Was that Dave Bassett, was it?
Dave Bassett was manager, but it was Irving Scholar.
Oh, I can't remember.
Was the chairman at the time, and he's from the other lot across the road.
Oh, okay, I get you, yeah. Let's talk Arsenal then. Obviously a good 2-2 draw with Chelsea. What do you think? Are we on the road to recovery, or is it a bit too early?
I think we are. I think we're seeing signs of progress and progression. I think Arteta, we're seeing an intensity to the way the team play, which we've lacked in the past. We're seeing players who haven't been doing so good doing a lot better.
Yeah, much better. But
we're not quite there yet.
No.
We know there's areas in the team that we need addressing. Mm-hmm. We know we need a centre back desperately. We desperately need a centre back, and we can actually do with a creative midfielder.
Yeah.
And that's no disrespect to Mesut Ozil, but I think the intensity of the way the team are going to be set up. There are certain games where Mesut Ozil will thrive in,
especially at home.
At home. But there's certain games, especially away from home, where when it gets tasty, it's not conducive to his game. So I think we're going to need someone who can do a bit of all-rounder, put their foot in, run behind. Yeah. Because you know what? I don't see any of our midfielders going beyond the strikers.
Like Ramsey used to.
Yeah. If a midfielder runs beyond the striker, the centre-back's got a decision.
Yeah.
You play striker.
Yeah.
It helps and usually what the centre-back does, he takes the biggest danger, and the danger is the runner. Yeah. So when he goes with the runner, as a striker, you get free and you can do your thing.
You can start rigging.
So I think that's probably two players I think Arteta might look to get in this window.
In terms of this window, I mean, Stan Kroenke doesn't look like he's really backing him that much financially. Arteta's saying we're looking for short-term loans and cheap deals. I mean, what do you think about Kroenke long-term? And
look, it's a big gripe about the owner right now.
Yeah.
And you come in and you take over this fantastic football club, and if you're not all in, you shouldn't have been able to buy it in the first place.
Yeah.
Okay. The fact of the matter is, he's seen his last appointment, go pear-shaped.
Yeah.
And now he's got a young, vibrant manager who's doing things with this squad that Emery couldn't do. He's seeing the fans all of a sudden stop all the beefing and stop all the toxicity, which they say, and are coming back together. Yeah, we're seeing the club come back together. So now he's got to take it upon himself to say, right, do you know what? I've got to get behind this guy. He's got to back him. And, listen, he's not short of a few quid. He's got 8 or 9 billion.
Yeah.
So, and I know he's doing stuff in America, but we're talking about the Arsenal now, which is probably the biggest franchise that he's got.
Yeah.
He's got to put something. And I know he's pushed his son in front.
Yeah, he's a little
Josh. And I think, Josh has to take a little bit on his chest as well. He's got to go and say, Dad, look, you really need to get behind this.
Yeah.
Because if you're sticking me in front, I'm the fall guy.
Yeah, you're going to make him look bad.
You're going to make me look bad. So let's back it and let's have a right go at it.
Mesut Ozil, you mentioned there. I've spoke about him a number of times. For me, I think he's past his best. I still think he's got something to offer, perhaps in certain games, but with the wages on and all that, would you move him on?
The problem is where you're going to move him.
Yeah.
That's the issue. Now, I think Mikel Arteta, when he first came in, done something very good. He gave him a little bit of confidence.
Yeah.
And we've all got to admit, Mesut Ozil, he played really well in the first 2 games. He ran hard, he was putting in challenges, etc. We know that's not his game, but we know he has to do that.
Yeah.
But of late, the Sheffield United game and the Chelsea game, I'm starting to see him fall back to type the way he was.
Yeah.
Now, again, there will be games where he can influence. I don't think we'll be able to get rid of him.
No, I don't. On that way.
So Mikel Arteta is going to have to just ride it out. I think he's got another year left after this.
Yeah.
So, Mikel Arteta's going to have to start bringing in pieces and leaving. He's got to be ruthless.
Yeah,
he's got to be ruthless, and there's going to be times where Mesut Ozil doesn't play.
Yeah,
he's either on the bench or he's out the squad. A bit similar to the way Emery was dealing with him.
Yeah.
But Mikel Arteta will be getting the results because there'll be better players in the positions to do the business than what Mesut Ozil could do.
Yeah. As an ex-striker yourself, looking at Arsenal at the moment, obviously Lacazette, he's having a tough time. Do you look at it as he can regain his form, or do you think possibly it hasn't worked for him and we maybe should
move him on? No, I think Lacazette is essential to what we do.
Yeah.
When I look at Lacazette play for Arsenal, I think because of what he does with his work rate is one thing, but this hold-up play means we get up the pitch.
Yeah.
And you as a striker, I'm a striker, you cannot take that for granted, people being able to hold the ball so other players can get in position. Because once they can do that, that's the difference whether you win or lose. When we took him off against Sheffield United, that's when Sheffield United started to come back at us.
Yeah, because really wasn't holding the ball, was he?
Well, exactly. Yeah. So, you have to be seasoned at that, and he's seasoned at that. I think that is one of the most underrated skills for a player, or especially a forward, to be able to hold that ball up and bring other people into play. He can do it great. We know he's going through a tough time. Yeah. He does need a goal.
He needs one.
Any striker, when you play,
through it, don't you?
You go through these spells. He's been through a spell like this before. Was it a couple of seasons ago, I think? And Aubameyang gave him the penalty. He scored to get him going. Maybe something like that needs to happen again. To get him going. But if he's playing well and the team start winning, I think nobody will complain.
No.
But the fact of the matter is, we're 10th in the table and we haven't been winning.
No.
The onus is going to come on, 52 million pound striker.
Yeah, exactly. In terms of Aubameyang and Lacazette, because a lot of people, myself included, I'm not a big fan of Aubameyang playing on the left. I think he's more lethal through the middle. Can you fit those two in the team, or is it one or the other?
No, I think you can.
Yeah.
I think, I definitely think, I think when you have a partnership and a pair who has a chemistry, you have to find a way of getting them in the same team.
Yeah.
And whether it's Lacazette just off Aubameyang, that I think that dynamic. I believe Arteta has been working with Aubameyang from the left because he scored a great goal against Crystal Palace.
Where he made the run inside.
Where he makes the run inside, So obviously there's work on it where, if Aubameyang could run free and get balls slid in behind the centre backs, it's going to be hard to pick up. Yeah. So they're working on it. I honestly think that whether it's Aubameyang on the left or Lacazette in behind, they have to work on getting these two on the pitch at the same time.
Yeah, they're two of our best players, aren't they?
And they've got to work on getting Martinelli.
Oh well,
which I'm sure you're going to bring up.
I'm just going to bring up. I mean, people are going crazy about him. They're saying this could be a potential superstar, new Alexis Sanchez, that type of player. What do you think about him? I mean, breath of fresh air, isn't he?
Well, Curtis, if we're honest, nobody knew much about him.
No.
They paid £6 million, and you £6 million for a potential Brazilian kid. Okay, everyone accepted it. In pre-season, he showed his hunger.
Yeah.
But what we've seen so far this season is a young, hungry player who's got quality and talent.
Lots.
He's hungry enough that he works hard, but he's got a knack for goal. And when you've got a knack for goal and you play at Arsenal, when Aubameyang was out the team banned now, we're looking at who's going to step up.
Who's going to score the goals.
Yeah, who's going to score the goals. And, it would have been easy for the manager to kind of overlook Martinelli, but he played him. And he scored in two games.
Yeah.
And Lacazette has played his part, helping him. But that goal against Chelsea, that was incredible for me to see him do that. Now, you've got to give him more confidence and you've got to keep him playing now.
You have to.
You have to keep him playing. Now, him operating from the left, I'm sure that run that Aubameyang keeps making inside, he can make that
run as well.
So there's going to be a bit of work on the training pitch, because one thing he can do, this kid is finished.
Yeah.
And I believe he's in double figures, Curtis.
Yeah.
Would you ever thought he would be in double figures?
We didn't even know him, really.
We didn't know him, so it's a breath of fresh air that he's produced so much quality so far.
Do you know what I love so much about that goal? When he got in, I looked and saw Pepe to the right, and I thought, I wonder if he'll just give it him for a tap-in. He just put him down. And then the arrogance of the celebration, I thought, this kid's going.
He's got... Curtis, you're striker, I'm striker. Sometimes the hardest bit is once you get there, is to be ice cold and show that composure.
Yeah, to
slot it.
Yeah.
And look, he's a 70-odd million pound goalkeeper, Kepa,
who's
who's been doing well for them. But the kid's special. He's special.
Yeah.
The way he took it, composure, to seeing the Arsenal fans go mad, and then the way he was just like
that. Come on,
there's no doubt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I loved that about him, and I just think Arteta can't leave him out now.
Nah, you've got to play him.
You've got to play him.
Last question. What's your hopes for the rest of the season? Do you think we can win the Europa League possibly and get back in the Champions League?
I think top four will be difficult for us now. Although we know there's enough points, I just think there's not enough mileage in the legs yet for us to get over that line. What I will say is I think the Europa League is the key for us.
100%.
Hence why I want Mikel Arteta to get a couple of players in this window.
Definitely.
So shore us up, because I believe the cup competitions right now are our best bet.
Yeah.
Because one-off games or over 2 legs, we can beat anybody.
Yeah, we can.
And I think if we can do some business, we're dealing with injuries, but if we can bring a couple of players in, we can have a strong assault at that Europa League, because I think we can win it.
Yeah,
I really
agree
do.
with you. Thanks a lot for coming on, bro.
Guys, thanks for having me on, and I'm going to come on again before the end of the season.
What are you doing work-wise?
I'm all over the place right now. I'm still in the security, still do that. I'm ambassador for Taurus Security Group. I still do Sky, I still do stuff with Facebook and Amazon and stuff like that. So, it's exciting times, really.
Yeah, take care of yourself.
Thank you very much.
Everyone subscribe to the channel. Bless.